Hello everyone and welcome to Genomics for All, episode 12 of our video series GFA, Genomics for All. So we will continue with our theme on genomics for infectious diseases. Now you all might be wondering why 2 episodes on genomics for infectious diseases. The reason is we live in a country like India where infectious disease burden is on very high. So talking about this and spreading awareness, knowledge about infectious diseases and particularly genomics for infectious diseases is very important. So in our opinion, there should be many episodes on genomics for infectious diseases, and that's why we are continuing on this theme. And today I'll be talking about a very important infectious disease, which is human papilloma virus, the virus that causes papilloma in humans. Now, what is papilloma? It's a skin disease. It causes warts. And finally, human papilloma virus is responsible for cancer. So, what do we talk about human papilloma virus? As I said, it causes the skin disease papilloma. And if you think about cancer and one single causative organism that causes cancer. Now, cancer has many causes like lifestyle, etc. But if you talk about one causative organism that causes cancer, in my opinion, it will be human papilloma virus. As 98% of cervical cancers are caused by virus. So now imagine that this cancer is one cancer we are blessed with, that it can be preventive. No other cancers are preventive because it can cause sporadically. Now, human papilloma virus, the virus that causes cancer, we will talk about it in a little more detail today. But before that, this virus, as I said, causes papilloma, and these are skin diseases of mainly caused in women, and these are sexually transmitted. So we need to talk about those numbers too. Sexually transmitted infections in India, you'll be surprised to hear this number. 6.6% of our population have sexually transmitted infections. Now, that's a huge number if you talk about Indian population of 1.4 billion. Cervical cancer is the second most prevalent cancer in women in India. So it's very important to talk human papilloma virus, the virus that causes cervical cancer awareness. There are months dedicated to cervical cancer awareness, and many things you would be hearing in the news about cervical cancer. Very important for women, our economy, our healthcare system, etc. So now we talked about human papilloma virus. Now, genomics for human papilloma virus, or HPV, as in short we call it. How is this important? What can we as genomics professionals, companies dedicated to genomics, what can we do for prevention or treatment of human papilloma virus and its disease, the cervical cancer as we call it? So, if you look at the genome, it's a very simple genome. Again, viruses, as I said in the previous episodes, are very smart creatures. So 8,000 bases, 8,000 letters of DNA, and that's it. That's a 8 kilobases virus, and it has only 8 proteins, in contrast to humans, which have about 20,000 genes and 20,000 proteins. So this is 8 kilobases virus which causes this disease. And in genomics, it's very important that what can we do to prevent this. The first thing that we can do is to genome sequence this and know what it is in much more detail. And before that, what are the risks that cause human papilloma virus or cervical cancer? Is, as I said, it is sexually transmitted. Are there treatments to it? Yes, there are surgeries, there are medication, etc. Are there testing to this? Yes, fortunately, there are pap smear, as all of you women would appreciate that every year pap smear should be done, and that's a very popular test for women and cervical cancer in particular. What are the symptoms one should look out for? These are genital warts. So any skin related outgrowths one should look out for when we talk about human papilloma virus. And then are there preventive measures? As I said, yes, fortunately, yes. There are vaccines, and you all would have heard in the news, Serum Institute is coming out with India-wide rollout of its cervical cancer HPV vaccine. Now we are in very good days where vaccination, we have seen COVID-19 vaccination reaching 1.4 billion, the entire Indian population. So these are the very good measures that government and industry is taking towards eradication of this disease. And every woman should be vaccinated with HPV vaccine. And are there any other preventive measures? There are a couple of other vaccines too, apart from the serum vaccine that come into play. Now, what can we do as genomics professionals? As I said, we the first thing is the testing, wherein RT-PCR and liquid-based cytology are the major ways. But in genomics, what MyBiome does, or the MyBiome solution, as we like to call it in every episode, is a NGS test. As we are an NGS or next generation sequencing laboratory, having MySeq, NextSeq, Promethean, and many other machines to do high throughput genomics. Now, what can NGS do to this is we do a test which is a kit from Chapter DX in the US. This is a very good company that sells kits for human papillomavirus detection based NGS. So we got the Chapter DX kit, and it is a very interesting kit that it covers all the HPV types. And now, what are these HPV types? There are high risk types, which are 18 of them. There are low risk HPV types, which are 10 of them. And this kit also covers 13 other sexually transmitted infections. So in total, 41 different organisms, causative organisms, can be covered in a single NGS test, which is amazing. Like you cover 18 high risk, 10 low risk, and then 13 sexually transmitted infections, all in one kit. So we have done a pilot study with one of the leading hospitals in India, wherein we have validated over 200 clinical samples now, and we are in a position to confidently say, and these studies will be soon published, we are in a position to confidently say that this kit is better over other traditional methods of testing for HPV. And this is very important because for all of us to know that there is a NGS solution which is cost effective. NGS, whenever comes, people are worried about the cost. So I must say that this is very cost effective, new innovative NGS solution that Chapter DX in the US has come up, and they tied up with us to do a India pilot study with a major hospital. The results are in, and then we'll be able to launch this product, wherein 41 different genotypes, as we call it, HPV high risk, HPV low risk, and 13 sexually transmitted infections, all in one kit. And I encourage all of you to spread awareness, spread the knowledge of HPV, especially among women, because it's preventable by vaccines and testable by RT-PCR, Pap smear, HPV RT-PCR test, liquid-based cytology, and now the new solution that I'm talking about that MyBiome is providing is the Chapter DX test that covers 41 genotypes. So thank you everyone for supporting Genomics for All. We'll be continuing with our episodes on genomics for infectious disease and genomics for many other applications. We will come up with new applications for genomics, and I always encourage your feedback on this. What application should we talk about? And thank you everyone for supporting Genomics for All.